The Boston Celtics have a chance to wrap up their record 18th championship tonight as they take on the Dallas Mavericks in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. We went over Game 3 in the last one. So, what needs to happen for these teams to be successful tonight? For Boston, it's kind of keep on keeping on. What I think absolutely needs to happen is a better fourth quarter. If they have an opportunity to put the Mavericks away, put them away. Because I do think with the desperation of your season coming to an end on your home court, I don't think it'll be as easy to put them away with kind of your B or C level effort in this one. And so that is where it comes down to me, from a Boston standpoint. That shot making still needs to be there, because that's been a problem for them this series. I think it will be. It just, you can't take your foot off the gas the way that they have throughout the entirety of this postseason, and now into this one here, where they have a chance to wrap things up going 16-2 and 80-20 for the season, which is a really, really remarkable run when you think about it. Otherwise, like, there isn't a whole lot. Like, they did kind of get best case scenario out of a few guys last game, but they've had it for a bit with White and with Holiday. Brown continues to level up, as we've talked about all finals long, and Tatum actually had the really good Tatum game last night, or the other night, sorry, and I would anticipate that continuing. Obviously, a lot of the onus is on the Dallas side. What needs to get better? For the first time in this series, we're saying Luka needs to get better, and a lot of the conversation around Luka has been really frustrating over the past 48 hours or so, because, like, it is one thing to say he cost them that game. It is another to say that he is a loser and you can't win with him. And this has always been my thing in these types of moments when it comes to sports talk, where, like, you'll have it in the 19th inning, a guy will hit a home run. Well, you know what that is? It's clutch. It's like, if he was clutch, why didn't he do it in the 15th? His clutchness only clicks in the 19th, and it's the same thing with this guy can't win the big one. They did it with Peyton Manning after he won a Super Bowl. It's like, how many big ones can you win before you have won the big one? Because it seems like he won it, but he has to do it again for some reason. And then he did, on a team that he didn't necessarily deserve to win it on, but the team was really good. But neither here nor there. They're doing it with Luka now, where it's like, oh, you know what? Just can't win with that guy. Motherfucker, you did a lot of winning with that guy, right? Like, you won the first round, and then the second round, and then the third round against a team that everyone thought was going to come in there and just kick the shit out of them. You went in there and won. He has got this team to the NBA Finals. And so you can say, because we're watching right now in just this vacuum of these 4 to 7 games, probably 4, and you're watching it just in this vacuum, and you're like, oh, well, He's not playing winning basketball here, so you can't win with him. And people who have only been watching for the past couple of weeks are like, oh yeah, maybe you can win with this guy. You just won. They won the Western Conference Final. They got to this point. And I understand there is a difference between making it to the NBA Finals and winning in the NBA Finals. And the Boston Celtics have figured that out. And I have been critical of the Boston Celtics along the way, and kudos to them for the level of ass-kickery that they have provided here. But because you are not winning when there are but 2 teams left doesn't mean you can't win with this guy. It actually means almost exactly the opposite, is that you can win with this guy, but maybe this guy needs help when you're facing the best team in the league, and probably the best team we've had in the last 5 years. So pardon me if I'm not going to say, oh yeah, trade Luka for a second, because the way people are talking about him the last couple of days has been insane. He is still, at worst, the 3rd best player in the NBA. At worst. And that is, I think, giving a whole lot of credit to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and maybe projecting a little bit forward. But still, he is at worst the 3rd best player in the league. And the conversation around him has been absolutely insane. But still needs to be better. He had a bad game 3. And the fouls were inexcusable, but his offensive execution wasn't where it normally is for him either. And so that needs to improve tonight. You need another good Kyrie game. And they had it in game 3, and they kind of wasted it. One player who I think really needs to step up for Dallas in this game is PJ Washington. He has been a 0 throughout these finals. And he was such an important part of what they did in beating the shit out of the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Final. He needs to find that again here in game 4. Because it seems like they kind of got lively back to where he was before, and even Gafford has been contributing. But PJ Washington has been completely erased from this series. And we talk about players needing to help Luka. They are going to need Washington to help Luka in that spot. So we'll see. I think Dallas gets it done tonight, and then I think it wraps up when we head back to Boston for Game 5.